Sit. Thank you. First thing we need to do is put the collar on the dog. We want to move relatively quickly. This is a young dog. She's got no experience with anything. This is her second e-collar experience. She just started. We did her trial, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago. Good girl. It's been so long I can't remember what she even tested at. Her name is Biscuit. She's a chocolate drop. Good pup. Okay. What's up with that ears? I got your collar too tight there, pumpkin? Okay. So, what we want to do is find the working level. The collar is set on 0. Actually, we need the radio. So, my cameraman's going to hold this for a moment while I return. So that way you can hear when the stim is occurring. My husband's going to wear the radio. Good. Now you notice she's keying off the sound. I had the collar set at 1, so it's transmitting signal, but she can't feel anything. So basically all I'm doing is tapping and turning. That was on a 5, and she felt it. The reason I know is because that. What was that? Huh. So she felt it that low. Good girl. We turned it down to a 4. What's that? What's that? Oh, right. So what I don't want is for her to equate the sound with the stim. But for the interest of edification, when we use the e-collar, we're using it fairly perceptible levels. And I'm allowing her to investigate. I want her to move away from me. I do not want to follow the dog. I want the dog to follow me. So when she's distracted, I'm going to tap until she returns to me. Good girl. The only time I say anything is when I acknowledge her presence near me, and then I'm going to send her away again. I'm just simply going to initiate movement. Allow her to trail the leash. Tap. Good. As soon as she turns, I'm going to reward her with a quiet word. And again, this is on a 4 out of 100. That's vestigial. She's scratching because of the novelty of the sensation. I'm going to tap her out of that. No one needs to see that. Good. And again, I want the dog to follow me. I'm not following the dog. Oops. Signal's dropping out. Good. Good girl. And what I'm doing is basically, when we first initially start with the collar, and again, that's all her, what we do is we tap until they turn. When they're not turning, we increase the level of stimulation until they stop what they're doing in favor of something else. Basically, stim means move your feet. I'm going to turn it up a little bit as I'm tapping, because I want to compel her to move her feet. Direct pressure with the leash. Good. And I stop tapping the moment she heads in my direction. She's going to lay down and relax, because that's what young dogs do. And we're going to return to tapping with the e-collar. And again, good girl. So it doesn't take you too long to figure out. Stim means move. It's not about quit. It's not about beating her up with the collar. It's about getting her to understand and move her feet. And the reason we want that is because the first default behavior we teach a dog with the e-collar is to come to us. Stim means come to the handler. Direct pressure with the leash, indirect pressure with the collar. Good girl. She's moving towards me, which is fine. I'm not using stim. Good. But as soon as she starts getting the idea that stim means move your feet, we're going to start overlaying the command here. Good. Sit. Yes! Very nice. And release. Good. Again, we allow her the opportunity to escape. We tap. Good. Sit. Yes! Good girl. Okay. And release. The first couple days with the e-collar looks just like this. Right? Just like long line work with Keeler. And I'm not using food. If I have a reluctant dog, I might. But for these guys, she's eager, she's young. I normally don't. We have her on a long line because 6 feet is generally not enough. But we're controlling the leash. Whoops. Hey there. So she's not taking the entire 15 feet. So now she's overreacting. We had her on a 4, then we moved it up to a 6, and then up to a 10. And one of the risks that you run with these guys, there we go, is once they realize they can survive the stim or work through the stim, good girl, sit. Yes. Then you have to increase the level of intensity. Nope. Good. So we're using commands that are known to the dog. Good. Sit means sit. It doesn't mean lie down. And she wants to collapse. She's fighting the leash. Good. Because it's tickling her in certain ways that she's not really very fond of. Good. Thank you. And again, I'm not beating on her. I'm just disabling her ability to do what she wants. Going back to the initial statement I was making, we had rolled up the dial until it was about a 10 because she was starting to ignore the stim. So we toggle the levels of stimulation, increasing them incrementally in order to get the appropriate response from the dog. Good girl. There we go. And again, I mean, she's really obtuse. She's very invasive. Typical lab. First face here. Good. And again, the stim stops as soon as she's moving her feet, depending on what my goals are. If she's away from me, it's to head towards me. If she's with me, then it's to move with me and not oppose me. Here, sit. Good. Very nice. Okay. Release. Good. Because I want her to explore. I don't want her overreacting to the stim. She's at the full 15 feet. Good girl. And again, she's overreacting. So either the collar's finally settling against the skin, or emotionally, she is starting to calm down somewhat. Good girl. So as soon as the dog's ready to move on, here. Good. Sit. Yes. Okay. We start overlaying commands. Good dog. Escape. Good girl. Tap. I'm not asking for a heel. All I'm asking for is to move your feet in the general direction of the handler. Good. Good. And again, I don't want her pulling. Good girl. We start overlaying, recall them here, and heel roughly at the same times. Although I'm not asking for a heel. Sit. Thank you. And although you didn't hear it, I tap her all the way through the sit exercise. Good girl. Good. And we're back down to a 9. Good girl. You ready? Heel. Oops. Good. Here. Sit. Good girl. Say yeah. Good job. Okay. Release. Good. Good. Is dropping the signal. Good. Count. Here. Sit. Good girl. A couple of the first exercises we teach are the push exercise, go away. The pull exercise, come to. The command to retreat is kennel. The command to come forward is here. Good dog. And then the first skills that we basically introduce when we start with the e-collar. So if you have a training table, great. If not, you can find something that you can use as a visual aid to send your dog to. Here. Good. Sit. Yes. Very nice. Oh. Heel. Or kennel, I'm sorry. Here. Sit. Yes. Good dog.